Ultra Squad, man, look, man, this is a very interesting one. Everybody's having their opinions on the rapper, you know what I'm saying, Latto, Big Latto, whatever she go by nowadays. You know, speculation has been that she's been dating 21 Savage. It's been said that she has now confirmed that she is with 21 Savage and now she's gonna have a baby. A lot of people are giving their opinions on this, right? And you will be like, why is everybody tripping that she's having a kid? What's wrong with having a baby? It's her life, whatever, whatever, right? So let's just look at some clips real quick. Let's look at some of these clips fully through and give our opinions on it. Let's go, man. Before we do that, if you're new to the channel, man, we react to different things, whether it's political, whether it's trending on social media, all right? So if you want me to react to anything, leave it down below. I don't want this channel to be just me strictly just reacting to content creators or social media stuff. I want to be able to react to what I want to react to. Somewhat like Abba and Preach, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Abba and Preach. If you don't know who they are, go follow them. Go check out their channel. And before we look at these clips, the main reason people are mad at her is because of apparent hypocrisy, right? She preaches one thing. When I say preach, I mean she talks about one thing, the way she carries herself in her songs or just like in general, right? How she has certain standards, certain morals. She don't got no kids. And now she ends up pregnant to a married man, allegedly, who has multiple kids. All right, so this first clip is a former football player, Le'Veon Bell, you know what I mean? He recently kind of low-key went viral for speaking on the matter of Latto being pregnant and possibly by 21 Savage, right? And a lot of people was getting mad at him. Was like, who does this man think he is, bro? Speaking on what a woman is doing in her business, you know what I mean? Why are you in women's business? You know how the internet be, right? But this is his response.
What did I say that was wrong? All I said was facts. I only said facts. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying nobody has to be perfect. We're all human beings. Nobody perfect. But I want to know, in this situation here, bro, what did I say to get everybody all riled up? Can y'all tell me?
And look at the comments, not minding your business. If it's on the internet, it's everyone who has access to business. That's true. If you post something on the internet, no matter what it is, bro, it's for everybody to see and it's not private, people have the right to react to it, no matter what nobody say, bro. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean they have to be mean and rude about certain things, bro. But if they're like being honest about something, you can't get mad at that. You know what I mean? If a man represents himself to be a thug on the internet, right? And then you got certain people, whether it's a man or a woman, having an opinion, but even if it's negative, like, look at him, you're a disgrace to the black community or blah, blah, blah. If you approach a certain woman off of the internet and then they seen your videos and they like, I don't want to date you, whatever, I see how you are on the internet. You can't get mad at that as a man, right? You have to respect that. If you are a woman who perceives herself to be a stripper, a thought, or like you just a promiscuous woman, if you wanted a certain guy to approach you, and if he doesn't, and if he has an issue with what you do online or what you do, you cannot get mad at that. I've seen people get mad at that and be like, you're not a real man or blah, blah, blah. You can't get mad at a man that don't want to date you for what you do. Let's be so for real.
Big mama, one kid, did all that talk to be a statistic? Here's my thing. You was untouchable. You wasn't ran through. You bragged about all of this stuff just to end up being the baby mama to a rapper who may or may not still be married and got 3 kids already. That's an L. It's just like I told y'all before. A woman's pretty privilege, most of the time, she never uses it to her full advantage the way a man who is at the top 1% of men use their privilege. A top 1% man is always going to go for the best of the best women that he possibly can get, but not 1% women, not women who are like a Latto where she's racially ambiguous and she appeals to all different types of men and she could have possibly had whatever she wanted and she still chose to be the baby mama of a man who already got 3 kids.
Now listen, if all of this comes out to be true, right? At the end of the day, I don't care too much. I'm not out here like who is Latto or so and so dating? Oh my god, right? You know what I mean? Hopefully this give views. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You heard? But listen, bro, like, yeah, that makes sense because why be with somebody who has all these things, already has kids, who's possibly already married? And when people hear that, they're thinking like, oh, he's still with his wife, they're doing this, she's the mistress. Some people can still be legally married, but they're like separated, right? That don't mean it's any better, but either way, right? Let's look at the comments real quick. Nicki Minaj did it right. I don't care. It's time to add Rihanna to this conversation too, y'all. Rihanna's not married. They not married, are they? They not married. That's crazy, right? But that's some people might say that's a little different because A$AP Rocky apparently, or I don't know if he do or not. I don't think he had any kids. Rihanna didn't have no kids. They seem to be thriving together. Their relationship is way more open. They discuss things together. Seems like he respect what she do. She do her thing. He do his thing. Right? Well, I don't see nothing messy about that. It's different. A$AP Rocky's not married or whatever. Right? Things happen. Latto is only human, just like the rest of us. We all make mistakes. True, right? But some mistakes can be avoidable. You know what I'm saying? Let's be so for real. Some things can be avoidable. Zendaya got a ring. Zendaya my favorite. Why do we do these comparisons when y'all so parasocial? Zendaya your favorite. You ain't Zendaya's favorite. She don't know you. She don't know you. Let's be so for real. She don't know you, bro.
And Latto just proved what the baby mama's been saying. She just proved it. That y'all are full of shit, okay? Y'all will get on here and bash baby mamas all day, every day, just to be a nigga third baby mama. A nigga fourth baby mama. You ain't got no kids. And I never let a nigga baby mama me. I'm gonna marry before you care. Y'all always talking all that shit, okay? Just to turn around and become a nigga third baby mama. At that, you ain't even deal with a nigga with no kids, and you ain't got no kids, and then that's y'all first child together. No, you go and be a nigga fourth, fifth baby mama. But then you get on here and y'all talk shit about baby mamas all day, every day. And then how y'all gonna talk shit about baby mamas and y'all fucking out with baby daddies? Like, it's just not making any sense to me. If a nigga already got hella kids, why would you fuck with him and you ain't got no kids? Like, this just goes to show that y'all are all full of shit and y'all all be lying.
Anyways, bruh, listen. She got a point, you know what I mean? But a person like me who don't got no kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I hear certain women who be like, you're not a real man if you don't mess with a woman who got kids, you ain't a real man. What? Why would I want to be the father who stepped up? The fake father who stepped up. Now, when I say something like that, I'm only talking about situations where it could be toxic, right? I've tried to talk to single women who have kids. You know, I'm not opposed to it. As I get older, it's like a maturity thing. You realize everybody's situation isn't the same. Some men can do some messed up things, right? Whatever. I understand that. Some men can play goody two shoes even after you get a baby. The baby comes out, and then out of nowhere it goes haywire. That can happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's be so for real. But a lot of times when it's consensual and y'all both agree, he ain't got no condom on, you gotta face your consequences too. You can't just simply blame the man for that. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you knew how he was as well before that even happened, all right? Before y'all even laid down and did what y'all did, right? But anyways, I've dated certain women who are single and have kids and they're toxic. The only way I would be open to date a single mom, she cannot come with no toxicity whatsoever and other things. I don't got to go into detail, just that I said what I said. It's the only way I would do that. Right? I'm not gonna call in here and be like, I'll never do it because what if I find love from a woman who got one kid or something and she actually a great person? You know what I'm saying? But that's another story.
Did I lie? Didn't we tell you this heifer was out here devaluing her light-skinnedness, acting like the mulatto that she is, giving her belly stretch marks for a married man? Child, You got to oil that belly down. You're not supposed to scratch it. That's how you get stretch marks. That's how you break the skin. That's how you make the skin.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like everybody's been waiting for something like this to happen to certain people. And in this case, Latto, right? I feel like people been waiting. I feel like people really didn't like her already because some people already been saying, like, she just said her light-skinnedness, whatever, however she said it, right? I feel like some people might possibly hate on Latto because she is light-skinned, right? She went by mulatto at first, right? We know the definition of mulatto. And then she go by Latto now, right? I feel like people might hate on her because of that. And she is a good looking girl, whatever, even though she got the BBL and all that crap. Ladies, stay natural. Love yourself. And simply because of what she's saying, not even just her tone, her skin tone, but what she like talks about, like I said, bro. People think that Latto possibly carried herself in a way like she's better than other women. Listen, at the end of the day, some people can be better than other people, right? If you would do a hood dude, you making crazy mistakes back to back, you going to jail, in and out of jail, you ain't got your life together, and somebody do, that person's better than you. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily spiritually, but if you ain't got your life together, you're not really there spiritually either, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially you continuously, purposely making the same mistakes and not taking, accountability, right? Same goes with a woman. If you carrying yourself a certain way and you keep making these mistakes and a woman is not doing that, that person's overall better than you. I feel like I would have to be more descriptive in what I'm saying just in case somebody might be like, oh, I look at this person in a certain way. You're not a human being. I'm not saying it in that way. I'm just saying like that person's better than you in certain ways. Let's be for real.
About Latto being pregnant by 21 who's married, but I feel like there's an understanding or agreement in the background. However, once he handled that situation, I wholeheartedly think he will marry Latto.
Posts like this are very concerning because it kind of sets a precedence for how we are settling for the lowest of the lowest for our men and women within our generation. Like, we are, in a sense, trying to placate the fact that this person not only is married, cheated on his shorty, has an arrangement with another shorty while being in a covenant with God with another woman, but on top of that had a baby. And we're gonna lean on the thought that, he's gonna make good on his promise and marry that woman too.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people do things backwards. It is what it is. This is the thing. People think this is within just the black community. This happens in any community. There's plenty of white people who've had kids. How many times have you watched 16 and Pregnant, bro? Let's be for real. When we was younger, your sister or your mama, whoever, they watched 16 and Pregnant, it was not just all black people on there, right? Let's be so for real. It's a reason why that show's so popular, because it wasn't simply just black people. It was a lot of white people and other women, young girls of different races, right? A lot of white girls on there I saw. I remember that, right? 16 and Pregnant with their little boyfriends and all that, getting pregnant and all that. They were not married. This is not just a thing within the black community. So I just wanted to get that straight, right?
And all y'all birds who seen up here congratulating Latto, she did all this talking about how she wasn't touched and she big mama no kids and her body count and her man whole time. You a baby mama, not even the first baby mama, to a married man who's a rapper. I'm just so confused because you had all this good stuff going for you. You could pop it, but now you want people to get with the whole big mama one kid trend. I don't respect that, nor do I praise that, because that is bird mentality.
I think she do got something talking about some big mama no kids or something like that, right? That's crazy, bro.
Latto's pregnancy announcement is the death of her career for several reasons. One, it shows that your raps are capped. Okay, you do all this big mama talk, you're a player, you got multiple men, you ain't getting...
Alright, she just said Latto's career is ruined because she got pregnant, right? I'm not gonna listen to nobody with no nails like that. First of all, I believe this is the same woman that I saw before that was saying most women are hoes, right? It's a clip of this woman. I'm pretty sure that I've seen her say something about most women being hoes, right?
And a nigga gonna ask me, did OnlyFans pay for your trip? And did? And if I was a man, I would dog you hoes out too. Is it big? Do you want to take a trip together? And do you be tricking? That's all I want to know. That's all I care about, baby. I ain't got time to beat around the bush. I done wore the white dress. I done walked down the aisle. I done been in a long-term relationship, met the family, had the kids. I done did all that shit. And I love when I post a full body picture on IG and the comments are just like, whoa, didn't know you were shaped like that.
I know y'all let you jackhammer your beefcake down my throat like a demolition power drill. That's why you can't leave me alone for real. After those boys ran a train on me, I continued to hang out with them.
Anything, she shouldn't be talking about nobody's career being ruined off of just getting pregnant or even simply being a hypocrite. Like, do you see, like, look at what she talk about. Like, who is she to talk about anybody? You know what I'm saying? You can have an opinion, but like, bruh, you can't talk. You the last person to talk, for real, for real. You don't care about how your reputation is looking on the internet. Why should Latto? Like, make it make sense.
I'm not taking no advice from her at all, right? That's cap, because think about how many women in the music industry, not even just rap, who might possibly have kids or be a single mom or whatever. Now, we know how that is in the rap industry. People do not give a dang, right? She's simply saying it's wrong because of the way Latto was portraying herself, big mama, no kids, blah, 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 right? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to ruin her career. Look at Cardi B or whoever else have been open to having kids or already have kids, right? But they're still making other different mistakes. Cardi B get with a man who got multiple baby mamas, apparently, right? Who some people say and spread rumors and say that man is a little DL, right? She still ended up getting with him after Offset, right? People still going to her shows and all that. People were saying what they were saying about that. People still going to her shows or whoever, right? You know what I'm saying? People said Nicki Minaj's husband was an offender and her brother. People still love Nicki Minaj. She had her Republican stuff with Trump. People still love Nicki Minaj, bro. Latto has a kid. People will still rock with Latto. This is not going to just ruin her career, bro. I don't want to hear none of that bull crap, bro. Like, listen, what y'all think, bro? I'm going to end it here. The video's getting a little long, bro. I'm running out of storage, man. But make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. If you want me to react to any certain trendy thing on social media or something political or just trending on the news or just the internet overall, man, leave it down below. Look at it. Leave it in the comments. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I post a video. Squad, we out.